My dear sisters, daughters, mothers, and incredible women watching this right now, let me begin with something very simple. A woman doesn't just live her life, she shapes the life of everyone connected to her. My dear friends, there is something very beautiful about the way a woman lives her life. She does not simply wake up and go through the day, she carries responsibilities, emotions, expectations, and dreams all together. Sometimes she is a daughter, sometimes a sister, sometimes a wife, sometimes a mother, and sometimes she has to be all of them at once. And yet her heart keeps giving. But even the kindest hearts need care, nourishment, and direction. That is why adopting a few meaningful habits every day can completely transform how a woman feels, thinks, and shines from within. One of the simplest habits is starting the day with gratitude. When you wake up and whisper a small thank you, something softens inside. Gratitude does not magically fix problems, but it strengthens you so those problems don't feel as heavy. It gives you a peaceful start instead of an anxious one. When the mind begins the day with appreciation, the whole day becomes lighter. Another habit every woman must practice is taking care of herself without guilt. Many women feel they must earn rest, earn relaxation, earn a moment of peace. But the truth is, you don't earn rest, you need it. Just like a phone needs charging even if it has not worked much, the body and mind need recharging simply because they are alive. A few minutes of calm, a cup of tea without rushing, a small walk, or sitting quietly can do wonders. Then comes the habit of choosing peace over spontaneous reaction. Every day brings situations that test patience. Someone says something hurtful, someone forgets something important, someone behaves unexpectedly. In those moments, pausing before reacting becomes a superpower. When you give yourself a few seconds to breathe, the heart calms down and the mind becomes clear. You don't respond from anger, you respond from understanding, and that changes everything. A growing mind is another daily treasure. Learning something small every day, be it a quote, a lesson, a new skill, or even understanding your emotions, helps you evolve. When you grow internally, the world outside feels less intimidating. Confidence does not come from perfection, it comes from progress. Movement is also essential, not heavy exercise, not intense routines, just movement, a little stretching, a short walk, a mindful breath. These small acts keep the body lively and the mind balanced. Your body is the only place you truly live. Treat it with gentle respect. Your environment also shapes your mind. A tidy corner, a little sunlight, maybe a flower or fragrance can refresh your mood instantly. Clean spaces invite clean thoughts. Every woman also deserves to speak kindly to herself. Often, women encourage everyone around them, but speak harshly to their own hearts. A kind word to yourself can heal more than others ever realize. And finally, ending the day with reflection brings maturity. Asking yourself what you learned, what made you smile, and what you can improve helps you grow gracefully. These daily habits may seem small, but small steps walked consistently create powerful change. When a woman grows, the world around her grows too. There is something truly remarkable about the strength hidden inside a woman. People often see her routine, her tasks, her responsibilities, but they rarely see the emotional courage behind all of it. Every smile she gives has a story. Every decision she takes holds thought, love, and sacrifice. And that is why building meaningful habits is not just a lifestyle change for a woman, it is an act of self-respect and self-preservation. One of the most empowering habits a woman can cultivate is emotional awareness. Many times, the world expects women to act strong even when they feel broken. But strength doesn't mean hiding emotions. It means understanding them. When you allow yourself to pause and ask, "What am I feeling right now?" you unlock clarity. Suddenly, the stress you felt becomes understandable. The sadness becomes manageable. The frustration becomes temporary. Awareness brings healing, and healing brings wisdom. Another habit that every woman should embrace is setting healthy boundaries. You don't have to say yes to everything just to be appreciated. You don't have to exhaust yourself to prove your worth. You don't have to carry responsibilities that are not yours. Saying no at the right time is not rudeness, it is self-respect. A boundary is not a wall. It is a gentle reminder that you value your time, your energy, and your peace. One more beautiful daily practice is spending a few minutes in silence. Just silence. No noise, no phone, no tasks, no expectations. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is nourishment. In silence, thoughts settle. Emotions soften, priorities become clearer. Sometimes the most powerful answers come when the world becomes quiet and the heart finally gets a chance to speak. Another essential habit is appreciating small joys. A lot of happiness is hidden in the ordinary moments: a warm cup of tea, a peaceful sunset, a sincere compliment, a shared laughter, a small achievement. When you start noticing these little blessings, life begins to feel softer, lighter, and more meaningful. Happiness is not found in big events. It is found in small moments collected with awareness. And then there is the habit of letting go. Letting go of past mistakes, past hurt, past disappointments. Women often carry emotional weight far longer than they should. But holding on to pain doesn't make you strong. It only makes you tired. When you allow yourself to release what no longer serves you, you make space for joy, clarity, and growth. Letting go is not a loss, it is liberation. A woman's heart becomes incredibly beautiful when she learns to forgive, not because others always deserve it, but because she deserves peace. Forgiveness softens the heart, it removes negativity, it opens the door for better days. Finally, one of the most transformative daily habits is reminding yourself of your worth. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not measured by comparison. You are not valued only when you perform perfectly. You are valuable simply because you exist unique, capable, and irreplaceable. These habits may seem simple, but when practiced daily, they bring emotional strength, mental clarity, and inner happiness. A woman who invests in herself every day becomes a source of wisdom, love, and light for everyone around her. There is a gentle power in the way a woman learns, adapts, and grows through life. Sometimes she grows because life encourages her, and sometimes she grows because life leaves her no choice. But every stage she passes through adds a layer of wisdom, softness, and strength. And that is why embracing meaningful habits matters so deeply. They become her anchor on difficult days and her wings on brighter ones. One of the most beautiful habits she can practice is being present. We often spend so much time worrying about tomorrow or regretting yesterday that we forget to live the only moment we truly have right now. When a woman allows herself to fully experience the present moment, she feels life more deeply. She notices the smile of her child, the comfort of a home she built, the beauty in a morning breeze. Presence turns ordinary moments into spiritual nourishment. Another powerful habit is appreciating her own journey. Every woman has walked a path filled with challenges only she understands. Sometimes she survived storms that nobody even noticed. Sometimes she held herself together when everything around her was falling apart. When she takes a moment daily to acknowledge how far she has come, she feels a sense of inner victory. You don't need applause from others when you learn to quietly applaud yourself. One more enriching practice is surrounding herself with uplifting company. People around us influence our thoughts, our emotions, and even our decisions. When a woman keeps company that nourishes her spirit, respects her boundaries, and supports her dreams, she flourishes. And if certain environments drain her energy, she must gently step away. Protecting her inner space is not selfish, it is wise. Another habit that adds immense value to her life is managing expectations with compassion. Often, A woman expects perfection from herself, perfect behavior, perfect performance, perfect responses, perfect strength. But perfection is an unnecessary burden. Embracing imperfection brings peace. Mistakes become lessons, delays become pauses, and failures become stepping stones. When she stops demanding perfection from herself, she starts experiencing freedom. A beautiful daily practice is expressing gratitude to others. A small thank you, a heartfelt smile, a kind word. They may seem small, but they light up hearts. Gratitude is a gift that returns to the giver. When she expresses appreciation, she not only uplifts others but also nourishes her own soul. Another essential habit is being patient with her own growth. A seed does not turn into a tree in a day. Similarly, emotional maturity, confidence, healing, and wisdom take time. When a woman understands that growth is a slow and steady process, she stops rushing life and starts trusting the timing of her journey. And finally, there is the transformative habit of choosing hope. Life will not always go according to plans. There will be days of confusion, nights of worry, and phases of uncertainty. But choosing hope daily is like lighting a small lamp in a dark room. It doesn't remove the darkness instantly, but it gives enough light to take the next step. When a woman chooses presence, gratitude, compassion, hope, and self-acceptance every day, she becomes a gentle force of stability and inspiration. Her habits don't just change her life, they touch the lives of everyone around her. There is something truly inspiring about the resilience hidden in a woman's daily life. Even when she feels tired, she still shows up. Even when she carries her own worries, she still comforts others. Even when she is unsure of herself, she still makes decisions that hold the family together. And behind all of this, there is a quiet inner strength shaped by her habits, her choices, and her way of thinking. One habit that brings immense inner stability is learning to pause before reacting. Life will always present unexpected challenges, a misunderstanding at home, a disagreement at work, an unexpected criticism, or even simple moments of emotional overload. But when a woman masters the art of pausing, everything changes. In that brief pause, she gives herself permission to think, breathe, and calm the storm inside. That small pause often prevents unnecessary hurt and creates space for clarity. It is a gentle reminder that peace is more valuable than proving a point. Another powerful habit is nurturing consistency in small positive routines. Many people believe big changes require big actions, but transformation often comes from small steps repeated daily. Drinking enough water, practicing good sleep habits, reading a few pages, organizing a little corner, or spending 10 minutes in reflection. These actions may seem small, but when done consistently, they create emotional order and mental strength. A woman who invests in small daily routines gradually becomes more grounded and centered. Another beautiful practice is staying open to learning from everyone and everything. Every interaction carries a lesson. The patience she learns from a child, the compassion she learns from an elder, the discipline she observes in a colleague, or even the mistakes she makes herself, life keeps teaching her. When she becomes a humble student of life, she turns even her difficult moments into stepping stones for growth. Her mind becomes more flexible and her heart becomes more understanding. Cultivating kindness as a daily habit also transforms her relationships. Kindness is not weakness, it is wisdom. It softens conversations, heals misunderstandings, and builds deep connections. Whether it's offering a warm smile, listening without judgment, or helping someone in small ways, kindness creates an atmosphere where trust and love naturally flourish. Another essential habit is respecting her time and energy. Many women pour themselves into everything, forgetting that their energy is not unlimited. When she starts valuing her time, organizing her day, and protecting her mental space, she becomes more productive and less drained. Prioritizing what truly matters brings clarity, and letting go of unnecessary obligations brings freedom. A deeply enriching habit is practicing gentle self-reflection. When she sits quietly for a few minutes at the end of the day and asks herself how she felt, what she learned, and what she can improve, she grows emotionally mature. Reflection is like polishing a mirror. It helps her see herself more clearly. And clarity is the foundation of inner peace. And finally, one of the most transformative habits is choosing to stay grateful, even in difficult moments. Gratitude does not deny challenges. It gives the strength to face them. When she focuses not only on what is missing, but also on what is present, her heart becomes lighter, her thoughts become clearer, and her spirit becomes stronger. These daily habits slowly shape her into someone calm, wise, and emotionally rich. They help her rise above stress, build meaningful relationships, and live with purpose. She becomes a source of stability and inspiration, not because her life is perfect, but because her habits make her powerful from within. There is a unique beauty in the quiet determination of a woman. She may not always express what she carries inside, but she continues to move forward with grace. In her heart, she holds dreams, responsibilities, fears, hopes, and expectations all woven together. And in the middle of this complex inner world, her daily habits become the invisible threads that hold her life together. These habits don't just shape her day, they shape her character, her stability, and her emotional well-being. One essential habit she can cultivate is the practice of gentle acceptance. Life may not always go the way she imagined. People may not behave the way she hoped. Circumstances may not unfold according to her plans. But when she learns to accept what she cannot control, she discovers a new form of strength. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means standing firmly where you are and deciding how to move forward with dignity. It gives her the emotional maturity to let situations flow without breaking her inner peace. Another meaningful habit is learning to simplify. In a world filled with endless information, tasks, and distractions, it becomes easy to feel mentally cluttered. But when she chooses simplicity in her thoughts, her priorities, and even her daily actions, life becomes clearer. She stops trying to do everything and starts focusing on what truly matters. A simple day is not an empty day, it is a day filled with purpose. A deeply nurturing habit is practicing compassion, not just toward others but toward herself as well. Women often become their harshest critics. They hold themselves to impossible standards and feel guilty over the smallest imperfections. But compassion toward oneself creates emotional safety. When she forgives herself for small mistakes and acknowledges that she is human, she frees her mind from unnecessary pressure. Self-compassion doesn't weaken a woman, it strengthens her from within. Another powerful practice is seeking balance. Many women give so much of their energy to others that they forget to refill their own emotional reserves. Balance is the gentle art of giving without draining yourself, caring without losing yourself, and helping others without neglecting your own needs. When she begins each day with the intention to stay balanced, her decisions become thoughtful, her emotions become stable, and her relationships become healthier. The habit of mindful communication also enriches her life. A few kind words spoken at the right moment can heal misunderstandings. A calm tone can prevent unnecessary conflict, and listening with sincerity can build trust that lasts years. Communication becomes a bridge, not a barrier, when done mindfully. Another enriching habit is embracing moments of joy without hesitation. Sometimes life becomes so serious that she forgets she is allowed to smile, laugh, rest, or enjoy something simple. Taking a moment to appreciate beauty, enjoy a small treat, or engage in something she loves brings positivity that lasts the whole day. And lastly, the habit of believing in her inner strength transforms everything. Life will challenge her, test her, and shape her. But when she reminds herself daily that she is capable, valuable, and strong, she becomes unstoppable. This belief becomes her guide, her shield, and her source of courage. These habits, practiced daily with sincerity, create a beautiful balance of grace and strength in her life, allowing her to grow, shine, and inspire through her presence. My dear women, never underestimate the power of a small, daily habit. One drop of water may seem tiny, but a continuous flow can shape mountains. You are stronger than you think, you are wiser than you believe, and you are more capable than the world sometimes tells you. Practice these 9 habits daily, not to impress the world but to improve yourself, because when a woman rises, she doesn't rise alone. She lifts an entire generation with her. Thank you so much for listening. May your days be peaceful, your spirit be strong, and your journey be beautifully meaningful.